Hi, and welcome to 3 Things in 3 Minutes. I'm Nersi. Today we are looking at Viticulture World from Stonemaier Games. It's an expansion that plays 2 to 6 players with a solo mode and plays in 75 to 90 minutes. What it's about: the Viticulture World is an expansion to the 2013 winemaking worker placement game Viticulture. As in Viticulture, players will gain seasonal workers and use them to plant grapes, turn the grapes into wine, and sell them in order to get money and points, all the while using abilities from visitors and upgrading their vineyard. Now with this expansion though, the players will pick one of 7 continents whose event decks will determine the game style and rules for your game. And so how you play varies widely based on the continent of your choice, from granting bonuses to short-term objectives to alternate tracks and new methods of gaining points and influence. Everyone needs to get to 25 victory points individually, and the group needs to collectively earn 10 influence by the end of 6 rounds to win. So what I like: adding a cooperative gameplay is a welcome addition to the many options you have for the excellent original and its expansions. Viticulture World especially encourages players to discuss long-term strategy to ensure everyone can get the points needed, rather than only focusing on immediate problems that is too common in other cooperative games. But luckily, there are only a few extra rules over the original to learn here, so the game is much more about using your skills thoughtfully rather than dealing with a lot of new mechanics. And to help with that, the game gives you a few options to make your gameplay more flexible, from the options to alter and improve the worker placement actions to bonuses that give you more choices of rewards than the original. And the 7 different continents play fairly differently, and while you can play the events in a specific order, you can also shuffle them and only use a subset of them in each game, creating a slightly different feel each time. And each has their own level of difficulty, allowing you to jump in and work your way up. Now, points to consider: like the original, this expansion doesn't scale exactly based on the player count, so you may find noticeable swings in the game based on your player count. So for example, the number of worker spots per action space only changes between 3 and 4 players, making 5 and 6 player games feel crowded. And the game strongly encourages you to buy improvements to these spaces, which is a heavier lift with fewer players. The expansion also has its own board that's basically back to the original Viticulture board with only 2 seasons, taking away the almost essential extra options from the Tuscany expansion, like multiple seasonal bonuses or the area control. And the game also weighs the 2 seasons of actions unevenly. So summer, which is about planting grapes, is important in the early game, and winter, which is about making and selling wine, is more important in the later game. And so this is a bit more limited because workers can only be placed in certain seasons until you upgrade them, but until then the seasons can feel very crowded. So in summary, it's a cooperative expansion to the excellent winemaking worker placement original, though it relies on the original's less interesting, simpler board. The game gives you more flexibility in accomplishing the tasks, so how easy that is scales unevenly with player count, and the 7 continents play quite differently, though the rules and dynamics keep to some of the original's quirks. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and share this video and subscribe to the channel. Thanks.